Yo, check out this tank, picture this! A creature the size of a small car, rocking a shell so tough, it would make a tank jealous. Imagine driving down the road and seeing this beast lumbering along beside you. You'd probably do a double take, right? Well, that's the kind of impression the Glyptodon would leave on anyone who saw it. That's our boy, the Glyptodon, a prehistoric beast that roamed the Americas during the Ice Age. These creatures were like the armored vehicles of their time, moving slowly but surely across the landscape. They were part of a fascinating ecosystem filled with other megafauna like mammoths and saber-toothed cats. Weighing in at a hefty 2 tons, this herbivore was built like a walking bunker. Imagine trying to push one of these guys over. Good luck. Their sheer size and weight made them formidable, even without considering their armor. Forget about cheetah fast. The Glyptodon was all about that slow and steady life. They moved at a leisurely pace, taking their time to graze and explore their surroundings. Speed wasn't their game, endurance and protection were. With its massive shell made of bony plates called scutes, it was basically a walking fortress. These scutes were like natural armor, providing protection against predators and environmental hazards. Each plate was interlocked, creating a nearly impenetrable barrier. Predators, more like minor inconveniences. While other animals had to constantly be on the lookout for danger, the Glyptodon could afford to be a bit more relaxed. Its armor made it a tough target, and most predators would think twice before taking it on. But don't let the armor fool you. This gentle giant was all about that plant-based diet. Despite its fearsome appearance, the Glyptodon was a herbivore, munching on grasses, leaves, and other vegetation. It was like a prehistoric lawnmower, keeping the landscape trimmed and tidy. Think of it as the original vegan munching on grass and leaves all day long. In a world filled with fierce predators and harsh conditions, the Glyptodon found its niche by being a peaceful grazer. Its diet and lifestyle allowed it to thrive in a challenging environment, proving that sometimes slow and steady really does win the race. From tiny armadillo to prehistoric tank, you know those cute little armadillos you see scurrying around? Well, imagine their distant cousin who hit the gym and developed a serious shell obsession. That's the Glyptodon, a testament to evolution's sense of humor. Millions of years ago, these guys started out small, like their armadillo ancestors. But over time, they beefed up, their armor got more intense, and they spread from South America to North America. Talk about a glow-up. From tiny and timid to massive and mighty, the Glyptodon's journey is the ultimate underdog story. Except, instead of underdog, it's more like under-dinosaur. Glyptodon grub, you are what you eat. So, what did a 2-ton tank on legs eat? No, they weren't chasing down gazelles. These guys were all about that vegetarian life, grasses, leaves, maybe the occasional tasty shrub. The Glyptodon's diet was basically a salad bar on the go. Imagine the jaw strength it took to chomp through all that roughage. We're talking teeth that could put your dentist's drill to shame. And you thought flossing was a chore. But hey, even herbivores get a craving for something other than greens sometimes. Scientists think Glyptodons might have scavenged for a little extra protein now and then. Hey, a balanced diet is important. Predators and posers, life wasn't all shell and games. Sure, the Glyptodon's armor was the envy of the Ice Age, but life wasn't all sunshine and roses for these gentle giants. These creatures, often mistaken for oversized armadillos, roamed the ancient landscapes, their massive armored bodies a testament to nature's ingenuity. Imagine rocking the toughest shell in town, only to realize you can't retract your head. This seemingly invincible armor had its drawbacks. While it provided excellent protection against many predators, it left the Glyptodon's head vulnerable to attacks. Yup, unlike turtles, the Glyptodon couldn't hide from danger. This meant that when faced with a threat, they had to rely on other means of defense. Their inability to retract their heads made them easy targets for predators who could bypass their formidable armor. But they weren't completely defenseless. These ancient creatures had evolved other strategies to survive in a world filled with danger. Their sheer size alone was often enough to deter many would-be attackers. Their bony headcaps provided some protection, and their tails? These weren't just any tails. They were equipped with a powerful, club-like appendage that could deliver a devastating blow to any predator foolish enough to get too close. Let's just say you didn't want to be on the receiving end of that club-like appendage. This tail was a formidable weapon, capable of breaking bones and deterring even the most determined predators. But the biggest threat to the Glyptodon wasn't some ferocious predator, it was a bunch of hairless apes with a knack for invention. Early humans, with their growing intelligence and tool-making abilities, posed a new kind of danger. They hunted Glyptodons not just for food, but also for their tough shells, which could be used for various purposes. We'll get to that later. The story of the Glyptodon is a fascinating one, filled with both triumphs and challenges. These incredible creatures were a testament to the adaptability and resilience of life during the Ice Age. Despite their impressive defenses, they ultimately fell victim to the changing world around them, a world increasingly dominated by the ingenuity and resourcefulness of early humans. Today we can learn a lot from the Glyptodon. Their fossils provide us with a window into a time long past, a time when massive armored mammals roamed the earth. By studying these remains, scientists can piece together the story of their lives, their struggles, and their eventual extinction. And while the Glyptodon may be long gone, their legacy lives on in their modern relatives, the armadillos. These smaller, more agile creatures carry on the tradition of armored defense, a living reminder of their ancient ancestors. So the next time you see an armadillo, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey of evolution that brought it here. From the mighty Glyptodon to the humble armadillo, the story of life on Earth is one of constant change, adaptation, and survival. Section 5. Extinction Party. Nobody told the Glyptodon. Around 10,000 years ago, the party ended for the Glyptodon. These once thriving herbivores vanished from the face of the Earth, along with a bunch of other megafauna. Talk about a buzzkill. So, what happened? Well, it's like trying to solve a prehistoric cold case. There are theories, but no one knows for sure. Some scientists blame climate change, others point the finger at disease. But there's one suspect that keeps popping up: humans. Yeah, we're not exactly known for our stellar track record when it comes to sharing the planet. Section 6. Humans, party crashers, or just bad guests. Imagine you're a Glyptodon, just minding your own business, munching on some delicious leaves. Suddenly a bunch of two-legged creatures show up, wielding pointy sticks and looking hungry. Not exactly the welcoming committee you were hoping for. Early humans weren't exactly known for their conservation efforts. These guys were all about survival. And if that meant turning a Glyptodon into dinner and a shelter, well, so be it. So, did we hunt the Glyptodon to extinction? It's impossible to say for sure, but we were definitely on the guest list at the extinction party. And let's be real, we probably weren't bringing the veggie platter. Section 7. Glyptodon legacy. More than just a fossil. The Glyptodon might be gone, but it's not forgotten. Well, maybe it's a little forgotten, but it shouldn't be. These creatures were a testament to nature's creativity, proof that even the most outlandish designs can thrive. Today, we find their fossilized shells and bones, piecing together the puzzle of their existence. Each discovery is a reminder of a time when giants roamed the earth, and a cautionary tale about the impact we have on the planet. So the next time you see an armadillo, take a moment to appreciate its ancient lineage. Those little guys are carrying on the legacy of their massive, armored ancestors. Section 8. Armadillos. The Glyptodon's tiny cousins. Let's be real, armadillos are pretty cool. These fascinating creatures have captured the imagination of many with their unique appearance and intriguing behaviors. They're like tiny, armored bulldozers, sniffing out grubs and generally being adorable. With their keen sense of smell, they can detect insects and other small invertebrates hidden beneath the soil. Watching an armadillo dig is like witnessing a miniature excavation team at work, each scoop of dirt revealing a potential meal. But they're also a reminder that even the most extreme adaptations can't always stand the test of time. The world is constantly changing, and what works for one era might not be suitable for the next. Armadillos have managed to survive by being versatile and resilient, but not all their relatives were so lucky. The Glyptodon was like the armadillo's older, cooler brother who went to college and got a PhD in being awesome. These prehistoric giants roamed the earth during the Pleistocene epoch, covered in a protective shell that could weigh up to a ton. Imagine an armadillo the size of a small car, lumbering through ancient landscapes. But even with all that armor and power, it couldn't escape the fate that awaited so many megafauna. The changing climate and the arrival of human hunters spelled doom for the Glyptodon. Despite their impressive defenses, they couldn't adapt quickly enough to the new challenges they faced. Maybe there's a lesson in there for us. In a world that's constantly evolving, adaptability is key. The armadillo's smaller size and flexible nature have allowed it to thrive where its larger relatives could not. It's a testament to the idea that sometimes, being small and nimble can be more advantageous than being big and strong. Maybe smaller is better in the long run. The armadillo's ability to curl up into a ball, protecting its vulnerable underbelly, is a perfect example of how being compact can be a survival strategy. This behavior not only shields them from predators, but also conserves energy, allowing them to endure harsh conditions, Or maybe we should just all be a little more like armadillos, adaptable, resourceful, and always down for a good snack. In a world full of uncertainties, the armadillo's approach to life offers valuable insights. Embrace change, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a well-timed meal. After all, sometimes the simplest pleasures are the most rewarding. Section 9. Wrap up. Respect the shell. The Glyptodon might be gone, but its story is far from over. It's a story of evolution, extinction, and the delicate balance of life on Earth. It's a reminder that even the most impressive creatures are vulnerable, and that our actions have consequences. So, let's give a round of applause to the Glyptodon, the original armored tank. And the next time you see an armadillo, give it a nod of respect. Those little guys are carrying on a legacy millions of years in the making.